All right, it's a great day here. Friday, December 3rd at 1:40 p.m. In front of the camera here. Here at SpaceX launch site. It is a slightly windy day. They just opened the road at noon. And so there's been a road closure the last day and a half, 2 days. We could see some venting over there. And the catch arm is still facing this direction toward the road. Again, we got the tower behind it. We got the quick disconnect above it. But I had seen some images of them doing some work on the orbital launch platform on the Lab Padre camera over the last couple days. I have been doing a lot of research. I've been doing a lot of research about the space. A lot of space stuff, more on the military side of things and on the secret technology side of things. I put out a video this morning about a maneuver that they could possibly do here with the Starship to do a... I've got some notes. Hey everybody. Theory. Oh, no sound? Oh, no sound, really? Can you hear me now with the sound? Let me do it again. Can you hear the sound? Oh, okay, the sound's okay? Okay. Oh, now it is? Okay, I'll do it over. So over the last couple days, they did a lot of testing here, I think, with the orbital tank farm that we're looking at here. And we could see some venting. And there was some work on the orbital launch platform. I could see it on the Lab Padre camera over the last couple days. I did check it out a few times. But I've been spending most of my time on technology, military technology. Let me see how the sound is now. Everything good? Let me know if the sound's good. I put out a video this morning of a dethermalization maneuver that has apparently been used for decades by the military on a satellite, which has been called the Black Knight satellite. I've known about it for at least around 8-9 years. I've known about the Black Knight satellite, but I recently came across a video by John Lear, and if you look at John Lear's history, his dad made the Lear aircraft, is my understanding. And John Lear apparently has every pilot's license that you can get, you know, whether it's single engine pilot license, whether it's a commercial instrument pilot's license, whether it's a twin engine. He's got every pilot's license you can, the FAA issues. So John Lear is not an amateur when it comes to aviation, and he was saying that that the Black Knight satellite is launched where it takes off. They launch a rocket, and then they open the tip of the rocket, or maybe they break off the tip, and then they launch this aircraft out of the Black Knight, out of the rocket. So they launch a rocket. The military, they launch a rocket. They open the tip. They take off with an aircraft, and they fly orbital. They do an orbital flight with like an airplane ship kind of thing, kind of like a Starship. And then when they're going to come back to Earth, instead of using heat tiles, they do like a movement, kind of like a leaf in the wind, goes back and forth. And they don't need any, I don't know if they need any heat tiles, but I assume if they're only going 10 to 15 miles an hour down, I know gravity's 10 miles an hour acceleration, so I'm very familiar with that. But the military is very capable of doing a lot of things when you give them trillions of dollars or billions of dollars. So the military has had this technology apparently for at least the last 60 years. So, you know, the military has, they're very capable of doing stuff. So if you look at the images of the Black Knight satellite, just do a search for Google search or DuckDuckGo or whatever search machine you use on your browser. Do a search for the Black Knight KNIGHT satellite, and you'll get some of the images that I showed on that video earlier an hour or two ago. So here, they're having a lot of difficulty here with the heat tiles on the Starship. So that is one of the major issues they have here with the Starship. In addition to the Raptor engines, apparently the Raptor engines is maybe going to make them go bankrupt this year, unless Elon steps in with his big wallet, or maybe Tesla will step in. But yeah, so the heat tiles on the Starship, this angle I'm mostly getting the tank farm because that's where the activity is. But I will do some other shot locations this afternoon. Hey, Woody. So I don't see any venting over here. There are two tankers here, so they're offloading some more liquid fuel down that way. I did see a note by Elon suggesting that the bankruptcy was unlikely, but because SpaceX is independent of Elon. Elon is, I think, the majority stockholder, and it's a private company, but it is independent. And when you look at separate entities like SpaceX versus the investors and the people who own it, when they're considering bankruptcy, it doesn't include the finances of the owners. So if Elon wanted to step in and save SpaceX with a few $1 billion or so, he could easily do that, just like he could easily apparently sell a bunch of Tesla shares and end poverty on the earth. So but poverty is a difficult problem, so I'm not insinuating that he could end the problem, solve that issue, but just he has what I'm getting at is he has a bunch of cash that he could bail SpaceX out with some more funds. Maybe if he squeezed out some of the maybe some of the employees are fearful. If you're the majority stockholder in the business and you want to get more ownership, you can also say, hey, we're about to go bankrupt, and a bunch of people will sell their shares at a lower price back to the company, so the company can maybe get a 60% discount on the shares, and buy them back at 30%, and then from the people who are not really happy with the company anyway. So you get the shares back, you get more ownership of your own company, and then you get rid of some people you don't really like, and so you're in a better position after going through that process. So that is a method by a lot of people use to gain more control of their company. So that is another method. And so I also want to do a video about NACA and NASA, and I've known about that for many years. That NASA was originally called NACA, and then during the World War II, I think something happened, and they dissolved NACA, and they took all those assets and flipped it into NASA. It's a new organization. So, but also simultaneously, they brought whoever was in charge in the United States government. They brought thousands of German scientists here to the United States, and they eventually ended up working at NASA and maybe taking over NASA. So NASA was taken over maybe by a lot of Germans, and at that time they were Nazis. So, and then not only did 1,000 or 2,000 German scientists come here to work at NASA, or NACA, which became NASA, but their families came also. So we are a melting pot here in the United States. So I've got nothing wrong with that. It's just, if it is factual that NASA was taken over by the Germans, and then you got to wonder why some of the actions that happen at NASA, the reason why they happen the way they do at NASA is because maybe it's a German-run company. even though it's an independent agency of the United States government. I don't trust the government anyway, but if you're going to bring in, you know, they're apparently NASA was a derivation of the CIA. So we got the government, then we got an independent government agency, and then on top of that, we got a bunch of Germans from the Nazi times who were running our space agency. So that's three things I would be questionable about NASA. So it's good information to have. You know, the power structure behind NASA, and then you got to remember the Vice President of the United States dictates what happens at NASA, because the NASA is organized. There's like a committee or something at the top, and the Vice President of the United States is in charge of that committee. So that's four things against NASA. You know, so you just gotta, if you're applying to NASA and you didn't get in, then you got to wonder, maybe it was just because you were too patriotic. And here we got a bunch of non-patriotic German scientists. I don't know if they're still Nazi-like, but you know, maybe they are very Nazi-like, and that would be why maybe you didn't get hired. Maybe it wasn't that you didn't have the right stuff. Maybe it was you did have the right stuff and they didn't like it. So yeah, these are all the different things that happen in the intimidation cycle. Intimidation. It's what happens here in the business world, and also in the military structure of the United States and all around the globe. It's all about money and intimidation. So I want to do a video about NASA and NACA, Project Paperclip. I also want to do a video about reef technology. Yep. Apparently the Grumman and I think maybe Boeing and some other companies have collaborated on a partnership with something called reef technology. And it's, I think, these orbiting manufacturing facilities here above the Earth. So the idea behind reef technology is to manufacture things in space. But if you look at David Adair, he will tell you that in the early 90s, they had information that they could manufacture hormones, human hormones in space that were like 4 times stronger than the average everyday human hormones. Because in space, the hormones act differently. In space, if you break your arm and blood's gushing everywhere, and you're able to wrap the skin back around your arm, your bones or something, in a couple days, maybe in 96 hours, apparently some astronaut, one of the astronauts in the Apollo program actually apparently ripped the skin on his arm, and it was really bad, and they were going to cancel the mission. But then they said, hey, can you just sew him up and we'll keep on with the mission. So apparently within 96 hours, according to David Adair, the wound healed. So that combined with the Lockheed Martin said they had developed this thing in like 1991 where they could cure diabetes with hormones manufactured in space. So the crystals in space grow differently, and when you're separating the cells and other stuff like that. So if they were able to put manufacturing facilities in space, then they could cure diabetes, type 2 diabetes, in the majority of cases here on the planet. So it's I think a one-time shot or something with this hormones grown in space. So the reef technology is a good idea. And if we go back to the video that I did today, that I published today about the Black Knight satellite and the potential for coming into back to the Earth, dethermalization, that's apparently that Black Knight satellite has been used to go to these military manufacturing facilities, these private corporations that have these reefs already up there in space. So the Black Knight satellite has been around a long time. They've been doing these missions to these manufacturing facilities in space a long time. So I believe, it's my personal opinion, Boeing and Northrop Grumman are military companies. So they already work in the defense sector. And interestingly enough, a lot of these companies like Boeing and Grumman that have these defense, they have a defense side to their company, and then they have a civilian side to their company. So they got two branches of a company. So the one branch may or may not know what happens in the military sector of its company. but there's a good likelihood that they do. The military side and the civilian side do know, if you have Grumman, the two sides or the two products out of the company of say Grumman, Northrop Grumman, they do know what they've already produced in the military sector. So if we got these Black Knight satellites, spaceships going up there from manufacturing facility to manufacturing facility, and maybe it's produced by Skunk Works or Lockheed Martin or TRW or Boeing, if they already developed it in the military sector of their company, and then now they're partnering up with this new company that has been formed, and again, these same military companies, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and whoever else is coming in, Blue Origin, they're like, we're gonna take a risk and develop this reef technology and see if we can manufacture stuff in space. Well, it's the reason they're stepping in is because it's a guaranteed win, because it was already developed in the military sector by these same companies that are stepping forward in the civilian sector to redo the same thing. And so it's a guaranteed win. Their stock price is going to go through the roof, and the people who invest in this technology now, in these commercial companies that are partnering together, it's a win, guaranteed win. So if you've ever done any trading, this is like where you would get options on those companies before they did the news press release, and then the stock price would go up, they would sell, and then they pocket a bunch of money, or they wait 2 months or so, they sell, and then they pocket the money. So yeah, that's how it works. Let me check out the chat here. Yeah, apparently in the early 20s they had ability to go to space, so it's not necessarily German V2s that were the star of the space program here, but it's a good story. Hey Leah, Tom Tech. Yeah, so Woody, and not only the scientists came here, but the families of the scientists came here. So if we have 2,000 scientists, then it would be maybe 6,000 or so, all together. Hey Tom, thanks for the support. If you want to be on film, let me know. I'll Oh, really? Cool. Thanks, Woody. Thanks. All right, so yeah, okay, Michael, yeah, it's possible. So I was trying to show that the potential for SpaceX they have a big problem here with the heat towels and also with the Raptors, financially, and also, if you got to keep replacing the heat towels, that is costly. So I was trying to bring forward a possible solution with the dethermalization with the leaf-like re-entry, which could be, they already have it. If they look at the Black Knight satellite close-up spaceship, if they look at close-ups of it online, even on a Google search or DuckDuckGo, then they already have the structure there. It's not like they have to reinvent or figure out the structure. So if they launch the Booster 4, imagine this. Imagine this. Here we got the orbital launch platform, so that's good. Here we got Booster 4. Booster 4 could still launch the way it launches, right? Then if we take the on top of Booster 4, or even inside of Booster 4, or somehow, Booster 4 and the Starship launch up together, right? But really, we just need something to come out of the booster and for a ship to fly out. But maybe we don't need to fly it out. Maybe we just stack the ship on the top. But like the Starship. So we launched Booster 4, we launched Starship. Then as the Starship is going to be coming back into the Earth's atmosphere, it's got to change its tail so that it can kind of float down like a leaf. So that may just be the rotation of the tail structure, or it could be some other type of modification to the outer structure of the Starship. But that could be a great way, a wonderful way to solve that issue. So that's why I made the video. Yeah, history doesn't. I mean, if you bomb a bunch of people and then they die, history doesn't die, and the issues don't die. Yeah, a lot of people think that the Nazis actually won World War II and they went to Antarctica. So maybe World War II hasn't really ended. We just got taken over by the Nazis. All right, I think I will get maybe another location. I'm glad you all like the stuff. Thanks so much, Tom Tech, for the support. I think today's a great day, but also the struggle over the last couple of days. I'm still trying to reach the person in charge here at the reserve, Fish and Wildlife, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Reserve. Hey Gavin, awesome! Welcome as a member again for 2 months. Nice, man, nice. I've been trying to reach out and make contact with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Reserve individual so that I can get permission to put either a fixed camera somewhere or a truck or a vehicle with a camera on the roof, so that I can park it here during the static fires and for the tests that they had over the last couple days during the road closures. Because once I can get that permission, then I won't be wishing that I could do video when the other channels have the videos. I'll be able to live stream whenever I feel like it, rather than whenever I can make it. Because live streaming from South Padre Island, when the other guys have footage from like 200 feet away or 500 feet away, and I'm 5 miles away, it's there's no comparison. I will lose hands down if I'm getting 30 viewers concurrent while the others are getting thousands of viewers. So that's the big push here for me, to make that contact with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Reserve people, and do it the right way and get permission to be here with my cameras, because there's no reason why I can't do that. I am a Texas incorporated company. I'm a business out of Texas, whereas some of these other companies aren't even out of the United States or out of the UK. So I think a Texas-based business should have priority over a company that's not even based in the United States. So I'm just trying to do it the right way. I think it's just a matter of reaching the person who's in charge here, and dotting my T's and dotting my I's, crossing my T's. Hey, the magician. Thanks again, Tom. Awesome. Awesome. Spoiler alert. That's cool. From Asheville, North Carolina. Thank you, Tom. I do have the direct number apparently to the person in charge here, but I haven't been able to reach them on the phone yet. So over the last couple of days I've been calling. So that's what's going on right now. Just a minute. I got my paperwork flying away. Just a minute. I did put my solar panel in my truck yesterday, so the solar panel fits. I've got no issue with that. I can easily put a camera on a rack on the back as well. So I've explored how to do that. Yeah, it's a nice day out here, John. I think the biggest thing that happened in the last couple days was sorry about that, I gotta fix that. The biggest thing that happened in the last couple days was the testing they did here at the tank farm, and I think it was the tank 4 that got worked on. Yeah, Woody. Thanks, Woody. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep branching out and expanding the channel if I want it to continue. You know. So, thanks, though, Woody. So they just did some venting there on the at the tanker over there. So that's it. I'm going to get another shot from the main gate here next. That's going to be my next stop. I don't see any movement or work on the catch arm or the quick disconnect yet. It looks to be in the same position it was a couple days ago. I do need a better tripod, but for now it's working. And that's what's happening here. Get the shot of the main gate over here.
Are you recording?
No, I'm live, doing a live stream.
Just want to make sure I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah, any other questions to anybody, or?
Basically, I'm here for the first time, just trying to see the massive beauty.
Oh, cool.
I'm here for some PTO, and I decided to give it a stop. Never probably won't get here in a long time, so I must take advantage of it.
Cool. Where are you coming from?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, everybody. There's a guy here from Arizona. So, any other questions to anybody here before I go to the main gate? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I just trying to see. I don't know how much you can get closer to get the picture.
Right. Well, you can just on this side of the road. I think you can attempt to go over there and talk to the guard, but he may tell you to.
No. I just tried to get a picture with the bus. Okay. You think you can take me a selfie with the guys, so with the background?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I tried to get the rocket.
Oh, okay. Maybe over there.
Yeah,
over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you got the chance.
Okay, everybody, I'm gonna disconnect it and move down the road here a little bit and start another thing at the main gate. Thanks for stopping by, and in like 10 minutes I'll do another stream. Okay, take care.